Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends series Marvel Comics 85th Anniversary Warbird, the reissue. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, celebrating Marvel 85 years. A nice little logo there. The peg hook, hooky hook thing. Some tape right there. Then around on the front, Marvel Legends series. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole if they don't belong there. There's the assortment number if you need that kind of thing. Nice window showcasing most of the figure and accessories. Marvel's Warbird, it says here on the side. And then Marvel celebrating 85 years and Hasbro print 4 and up. And then that nice design there in the back again. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, Marvel Legends series celebrating Marvel 85th anniversary. Or 85 years, not anniversary. And then on this side, we've got some artwork of Carol Danvers as Warbird, or Miss Marvel, however you want to call her. And then celebrating Marvel 85 years. Then on the back, Marvel Legends series, Marvel's Warbird. And there's a nice, mostly full shot of that artwork. And it looks pretty nice, I'd have to say. Attention, especially don't stick things in your French pie hole. Includes figure and 5 pieces. Warning, attention, Octoon. Don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Marvel print, Hasbro print, small fine, legalese, made in China print. That, my friends, completes our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and her accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers to help us take a look at some of the smaller bits and bobs. And first up, we have her energy effects. And these aren't anything new. We've seen these before, probably even in this color. They're made out of a translucent plastic, and they do have nice molded details in them, as they usually do. And here's the other one. So, very nice looking, and you know, they go along with this figure. Then she has a couple of, I guess we call these the casting hands. The female casting hands. So you can see there's some nice molded details in there. It's all molded in black plastic on an in and out hinge. Tight gloves because you can even see her fingernails there. And then here is the other one. Again, in and out hinge. Same level of sculpted detail and molded in black plastic. Here is the alternate head. And you can see the mask on that one is a little bit thinner than this one. This is the original look with the thicker mask. And I guess the hair is a little poofier. But it does have some nice molded details in there, and the paint on it is pretty good. I'm guessing that they use the inkjet like they normally do these days. The eyes are looking in the same direction, it looks like. And then nice molded detail in the hair. There might actually be a little bit of a wash in there. It's hard to tell. It could just be shadows from the lights. Knowing Marvel Legends, it's probably not a wash, but they'd surprise you sometimes. So now let's take a look at the figure. And again, you know, she's got the thinner mask, so this is the more modern version of it before she switched over to being Captain Marvel. And again, I think the face looks really good. I think they did a good job with the inkjet on it. Nice sculpted hair. Of course, it's windswept. The other one wasn't quite as windswept. Just kind of had a bunch of flyaways, I guess. So this is on from basically the neck down. It's the Black Widow Target exclusive Beyond Earth's Mightiest Black Widow body. And so I think it works well with this figure. She's got the nice gold lightning bolt there. She's got this separate overlay for the belt piece. And it looks like the glove, at least on this part of the elbow, is painted. The rest of it's probably molded in black plastic. The torso, it's hard to tell what's the paint app. The black could be the paint app, but I doubt it. I think this flesh tone up here is the paint app, and you can see there's a little bit of slop going on there where they didn't quite get it where it all needed to be, or they didn't quite get it straight. And again here, it doesn't line up, but that looks like where it was assembled maybe. And then probably paint app right here at the top of the hips. And then this is the butterfly joint, so it's molded in the correct plastic. Now let's take a look at her articulation. Now at the head, because of the hair, she can't really look up. She can look down that far, and it's a ball and hinge. So there's that. Because of the hair, she doesn't really have any chicken neck. She's got a little bit of waggle. She can do the full exorcist, so that's good. Like I mentioned before, butterflies in the shoulder goes back that far, goes forward that far. So pretty good range for a butterfly, especially in Marvel Legends. 360 degrees worth of rotation there at the shoulder, and she can raise her arm up past 90 degrees. It's a cut at the upper bicep, 360 degrees of rotation there. Double hinged pinless elbow. It gives you that much bend. 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge, and the other side is in and out hinge as well. There's a cut here where the chest and the abdomen meet, and it's on a ball joint or half dumbbell. It gives you all kinds of hula. It gives you 360 degrees of rotation. She can lean left and right, and it also allows her to lean back a bit and forward a bit. But she also has the reverse ab hinge here, so I'm glad to see that start to finally, I guess, becoming more mainstream. So that ab hinge allows her to lean back that far, and then it allows her to lean forward that far. And in conjunction with this other torso cut, she can lean forward that far and back that far. So that could be good for flying or fighting poses, whichever. Still no pull down in the hips, but she will give you that much of the splits. She kicks forward that far, slightly less than 90 degrees. In my opinion, it might be a little closer than that to 90 than I'm thinking. She kicks back that far, so not a whole lot. So instead of the cut being at the upper thigh, like Marvel Legends usually are, it's at the lower thigh, just above the knee. So 360 degrees of rotation there. And then she does have a double hinged pinless knee. It gives you that much bend. And then at the ankles, tilts down that far, so great for flying up that far. So that's pretty good too. And then all kinds of rocker. And there you have it, my friends. That's a look at the figure and her accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Marvel Legends series Marvel Comics 85th Anniversary Warbird reissue with the Target exclusive Marvel Legends Infinite series Warbird from the 3-pack containing Radioactive Man and Captain America. Also, the Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends series Binary, the Marvel Legends series Abomination Build-A-Figure Waves, Captain Marvel, and the Target exclusive Marvel Legends series X-Men Retro Carded Rogue. For our last set of comparisons, here we have the Marvel Legends series Marvel Comics 85th Anniversary Warbird, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final ramblings on the Marvel Legends series Marvel Comics 85th Anniversary Warbird reissue, I have to say, I think overall it's a really good figure. I think the reuse of the Beyond Earth's Mightiest Target exclusive Black Widow buck for this character is good. I really wish they'd use it a little more often, and maybe that's coming, maybe not, we'll see. But you know, I think it's really good use, especially this character's a flying character, and so that really helps out with posing, especially when you don't get a lot of neck articulation or neck range of movement because of the hair. I do like the fact that they gave not just 2 different head options, but 2 different mask looks for this version of Carol Danvers. The extra head that comes in there has the wider mask, which is the way she looked, I think, when she first adopted the Warbird persona. And when she went to Binary and then she came back to this look, she had the thinner mask like is on it now. And you know, that's cool. One thing I would like to see him do, and some people may agree with this, some people may not, but I really would have liked for the 2 hair pieces to have been swappable on this, so you could change the hair looks between the 2 without changing the mask look if you didn't. The range of motion on this figure is great. It's really good that they're still interested in making this version of Carol Danvers. I know it's kind of fallen out of favor since she became Captain Marvel, but to me, really, when I think of Carol Danvers, our original Miss Marvel look and this Warbird or Warbird / Miss Marvel look, those are the 2 that are most prevalent to me as a comic reader. And you know, so I'm glad to see that this one's coming back around, that they're still, you know, willing to do some of the more, I guess, risque costumes of female characters. So, you know, I don't know what led to the decision of doing this, but I'm glad they did, because I think the first time that they released her, which is the only other time they released this look for the character, was in 2014, I think, with that Marvel Legends Infinite series 3-pack release from Target that also had the Radioactive Man and Captain America. And I can't remember which version of Captain America that it had in it. But I didn't really get it for the Captain America. I got it for Radioactive Man and Ms. Marvel or Warbird, whichever you prefer to call this version. I think she's gone by both names in this costume, and to me it's still just Ms. Marvel, but you know, that's me. Some people may like the Warbird name better, and I know that's what it says on the packaging, but to me it's still just it's Ms. Marvel, and I'm okay with that. Now, your mileage of course may vary depending on, you know, which name you like. And so again, I'm really glad this character has come back around for a redo in this costume, and I think they did a much better job with it this time. But again, that last version of this costume they did was, I think, in 2014, so a lot has changed since then, and not just in toy manufacturing. But anyway, I guess I've rambled on long enough. So bottom line is, I like this figure. I'm glad that I'm glad they reissued it so that I was able to get my hands on it, because Target and Walmart exclusives are sometimes notorious, not just to pre-order sometimes, but just to get, even if you do get a pre-order on it. But that's another video entirely, I suppose. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.